Hello everyone, my name is DustInLint's, and welcome to a Let's Look At for Alwa's Awakening. This is a game developed and published by Elden Pixels. What this game is a NES-inspired adventure game with the authentic feel and look of a Nintendo 8-bit game, inspired by classics such as Battle of Olympus and Solstice. However, for me personally, it gives a very Legend of Zelda vibe to it if it were a side-scroller. And I'll get to that in a moment. Here, we'll start off with taking a quick look at the settings. There's not a whole lot to show off here. You can, I believe, rebind your key bindings for both controller and for keyboard as well. I haven't tried playing with the keyboard, but it plays fine on a controller, and I'm sure it would play just fine on keyboard as well. Audio and language settings, you have English and I believe Swedish? Swedish, yes. Just a scroller going up to 10 and as low as 1, I think, or as low as 0 for sound and music. And then for video options, you can choose your resolution. This is letterbox to give more of a, on the sides I should say, to give more of that classic NES vibe, which I do appreciate. It's a little difficult to tell, but you might be able to see that it does get ever so slightly more clear at 1600 by 960 as opposed to 800 by 480. You can choose to have it full screen or windowed. You can have vertical sync on with your target frame rate. I'll have it on at 60 for the magic frame rate. Did I say magic frame rate? For the target frame rate of this video. And magic indicator, I'm not actually entirely sure what that does, but I think I have an inkling as to what this does. We'll start off with a brand new game, and then we'll jump into this first save file once we show off the beginning of the game a little bit. So we start off with the intro cinematic. The land of Alwa was once a beautiful and peaceful place filled with the vivid lakes, clear skies, and lush forests. The people living there were free. They took care of one another, and together ensured the safety of the land. But one day the peace was broken. Someone wanted Alwa for himself, and by a mystical being known as Vicar descended from above. Armed not by weapons, but instead driven by hate, he slowly began to enslave the people of Alwa. No one could escape his reach. Vicar formed the Protectors. Together they sought to claim the ornaments, which are said to give their owner immense power. The ornaments had always been in the hands of the people, safe from evil. With them captured by Vicar, all seemed lost. Under the demonic reign of Vicar, the people of Alwa were helpless, and his evil quickly spread throughout the land. The village where the ornaments were kept was destroyed and hope was gone. Soon began a darkness that would last for centuries. But things are about to change. People of Alwa have chosen to fight, and from another world, a heroine has been sent for, who we will be playing as. We start off in the Forsaken Valley, where we meet an old granny. Wake up, Zoe. The eternal flame must be lit. And there we are. Hello, Zoe. You are in the land of Alwa. I am Saga, and I have brought you here to help us. Alwa has been enslaved by evil, and we, the people, have lost our strength and courage to fight back. We cannot do this alone. You must help us. You are stronger than us, and in time you will uncover your true strength. You must enter this tower and go all the way to the top in order to find the magic staff. When you have found the staff, quickly make your way back to town. But watch out, there are many dangerous foes out there. Alright, so do we get control? Okay, so we have control now. With a controller, you can either use the D-pad to move left and right, A to jump, down to crouch, or you can use the analog stick as well to do movement. I prefer D-pad myself. And this game very much so incentivizes puzzle mechanics just like other classic NES adventure games. It's going to be a little difficult to show off early on here without having gone anything specific, but that will be the purpose of the second part of the video, where we jump into a save file that's a little bit further in. Not greatly further, otherwise that would spoil too much of the game. And here we have the wand. You found a magic staff. When you hold it, you can feel there is something really special with this item. Use it with attack to fight enemies and to destroy certain walls. So now with the staff, I should say, we can press X to swing our staff, which will allow us to, say, break this wall here, or destroy this enemy. For the most part, early on, you're going to only encounter enemies that take one hit to destroy, but that will change in a little bit. And one thing I should note is you can't do jump attacks, which is very good to know, but you can't do crouching attacks, which is something I personally would have liked to have seen, but not absolutely necessary for this kind of game. Now, already we have some obstacles that we have to be wary of, like those thorns down there. And if you actually press up on this sign, oh, maybe not this sign. Never mind. If we go into here, we go into the Amber Sanctum, or Sacellum? Sacellum. On these sort of torch areas is where you can save your game, and if you die, you'll respawn there. We'll talk to that person later once we actually make it to the town and get a little bit more of the lore stuff out of the way. And again, early on, there's not going to be a whole lot concerning puzzles, but trust me, eventually the puzzles definitely do ramp up. This isn't just your typical nowadays fairly simple puzzle game. Eventually, and by eventually I mean fairly quickly actually, the difficulty of the puzzles does ramp up quickly. However, there are some areas where I'm not sure if I'm just being an idiot or if there just really is no other way around it, but it seems as though there's some areas that you can't avoid taking damage without making progress. And as you might be able to tell, in the top right there, we have 3 little gem sockets, which actually represents our health. And, oh, can I reach over here? Oh, not quite. Okay. I didn't think you could at this point in time. May as well do another quick save here. Game saved. And if we go up this ladder, I think we should be outside the town of Eastwood fairly shortly. Just over... No, I still can't press up on that. Oh, right, it's X. I'm an idiot. Left. So if you press X on the signs, it'll tell you directions of things. Left, Void Tower. Right, town of Westwood. Did I say Eastwood? I'm already making blunders. Oh well. Town of Westwood. And here we have an old wise man. Go up to him and press X. Welcome, Zoe. This is the town of Westwood. Thank you for coming to the land of Alwa. You have been sent for because we are weak. You must help us destroy the evil that threatens our land. Go back to the cave just outside town and talk to the knight. He will open the entrance to Amber Sakelum. There you will find a green gemstone and a very powerful enemy, but before you go, enter this house where you can find a map of Alwa. It will guide you in your journey. Go now, Zoe, and return when you have found the green gemstone and defeated the evil enemy. It's a little foreboding there, but in here, we find our map. You found a map. If you check your inventory, it now shows your location. Go on, try it out. So you press start if you're on controller. It brings up your map where it sort of tells you where the general location of bosses are, but doesn't give you direct or exact directions how to get to them. And if you press up, that's how you can also access exiting the game. Press start to close the map, and we'll exit here. So we want to go over here, I believe. Yes. Wait for the pumpkin man to go away and smack him with our staff. Don't take that out of context. I have to say, the visual representation of this game feels very true to how I remember NES games back in the day. And we will talk to this Nightman. Now that you have the map, you are ready. When you have found the green gemstone and the evil is defeated, go back to town. Now let me open this door for you. And then we go to our quote-unquote first dungeon. And in here, again, puzzles are not going to be too crazy early on. And yes, I do see those like little blue gemstone things. I'll explain those a little bit later once we have actual access to one of them. In fact, I think we can grab one right here for quick. And right there, we got one of our little gemstones, which I believe increase the power of your spells, if I'm not mistaken. And yes, this is one of those games where if you go from one side of a edge of a map to another, enemies will respawn. So you have to be careful of that. And you're thinking, oh, green gemstone. No, this is not the green gemstone of power. It's cracked. What are you thinking there? That can't possibly be one of power. Yes, it is definitely green, and it is definitely a gemstone. But, and actually, one other thing I should note is, if you're jumping, I think if you press down, I think you drop a little bit faster? Maybe? Let's see here. Possibly. Don't quote me on that. And here we have another save station. If we bring up our map here, we can see we have a couple of options of places to go. I'm trying to remember. Was it to the right that I wanted to go, or... Oh, already taken bad damage. But enemies will occasionally drop hearts, which will let you recover HP. Not this time, though, unfortunately. I actually don't remember being over here, if I'm being 100% honest. Can't quite make it over there. Okay. Oh boy. Don't want to be here. Can I just step on that? No. Okay, so we need a green object to activate that spot there. Okay, yep, that's gonna hit us. And already we only have one heart left, which is a rather punishing spot to be in. Is that thing gonna hit us from back there? No. Okay. So we're safe for like a little bit. Give me a heart. Nope. Okay. Are you gonna give me a heart if I kill you? Please. I'd rather not die already. This game, again, rather punishing at times, but it is very fun at the same time. Just trying to figure out the best way of going around puzzles and such. Oh, already. Probably shouldn't have gone hit there already. Give me a heart. Ah, no hearts. Okay. So yeah, I think I'll try going this way, seeing as how I never actually went over here before, if I remember correctly. Thankfully, we didn't lose any more important HP while doing that. Give me a heart. No. Okay, got hit there. But we did not die, and we got a heart back from that skeleton. Okay, so I actually don't know... Or I don't think we can do this quite yet, now that I see what's going on here. Unless maybe there's a secret wall. I don't... As far as I can tell, although this is a Metroidvania, I haven't seen any, like, actual secret wall areas as of yet. Give me a heart? No. And whoop. Give me a heart. Yeah, there we go. Back up to full HP. So, I'm gone through all that for essentially nothing. Whoa. 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 And out of there. We will continue forth to what we actually have to do. And I'm hoping maybe I can at least get to the green gemstone and start showing that off before switching over to the next part of this video, where we will show off the complexity later on, and already showing off some of the puzzle elements to a slight degree. Use that to not get hit by the fireballs and also safely land on the spikes, and also right here use it to block incoming fireballs, which is pretty nifty. Alright, and if you recall from earlier, these blocks can only stand on them for so long before they start falling. And down we go. Alright, so that's sort of kind of like a point of no return for us now. Was there anything to the right here? I can't remember. Nothing we can access quite yet, at least. So, I have to also mention, while we're at a bit of a pause here, soundtrack for this game. Superb. I love it. The chiptune is amazing. Alright, keep on moving along here. Take care of that skeleton man, wait for him to pass by, and then take care of him as well. And push that, and now you see how the green blocks are needed to activate the green push buttons. We can't just jump on them ourselves. Okay, and jump, and jump, and jump. And usually when you see the rooms with those stars there, that means that's a save area. Let's talk to this lady, see what she has to say. Go light the flame in the center of this room. Doing so will let you start from here if your adventure comes to an end. Basically telling you what we have already observed through me being bad at this game and dying already. Come on, okay, so I'm trying to remember how long it takes for us to actually access the green gemstone. Right, so we want to go to the left here first, if I remember correctly. I think it will be pretty soon here that we can actually start accessing that sort of stuff. Duck. And there we go. Like a pro. Jump and get the key. Down we go. Couldn't remember if we could actually avoid getting hit by that fireball on the way back there or not. One thing I would highly recommend you not do while doing this is scratching your nose like I just did. It could lead to some very poor damage that can easily be avoided. Down we go. And I think this was starting to be one of the rooms that I was pretty sure you can't do without taking damage. Yeah, okay. So, this is going to be a little annoying, but I'm going to go back and forth here a little bit, see if we can't get a red heart from this guy. Oh, already. You don't know how long it took me sometimes to actually get what you needed there. So, I'm pretty sure this is one of the first areas where it's like, you literally can't do without taking damage. Otherwise, you if you try and jump too little, you can't make the jump. And otherwise, you're not in a great position there. And here, there we go. We have found the green gemstone. It glows with a mysterious light. You place it on your staff and it fits perfectly. Now you can hold up and press attack to create gemstone blocks. Every time you create a block, it uses magic, so you have to wait for your magic meter to be refilled before you can create another block. So now you can see in the top left we have the green gemstone inserted on our staff, as well as a blue meter there. So the second I press up and attack, you can see the bar empties, but then once it's refilled, I can do this again, and every time we do that, we create a green block, but we can only have one green block at a time, which normally can't jump this way. Well, now we have a means of getting by here. Let's see here. Maybe go over here. And actually, you know what? I might try just showing off up to the first boss, maybe, and see where we go from there. And actually, is this the part where I should be... Yeah, this is the part where I should probably be backtracking. And now, you might also notice when we swing our wand, it has a nice little green visual effect added to it, as opposed to its regular sort of illustrious look. So I'm going to take a little bit of a extended path through here, just so I can maybe show off some extra stuff here. Just gonna wait for this platform to get back here. Go up and over. Up and over. Down we go. We'll save one more time because saving also refills your HP. And over here. We will make our way back to the entrance of the dungeon this way, because I'm not sure if there... I'm pretty sure there isn't a way back to the entrance otherwise, and I don't think you can get to the first boss without going through the entrance. Oh, unless I'm just really bad like that. Wait for this slime so we don't get hit by him as well. Really hoping that maybe one of those guys will drop a block of some sort. And you know what? Just for you guys, here's a little tip if you haven't checked this out already. Hey, there's a large gemstone thing here. Now we can access it with this thing, which gives us a juicy three or four blue orbs, which is pretty nice, even though I'm not 100% sure what those blue orbs do. I just know every 10 you get, it does something for you. Ooh, got some HP there. Very nice. Wait for you to jump over there, and I'm not sure what the purpose of... oh, wait, never mind. I know what the purpose of that platform is. So you don't have to climb up a entire staircase afterwards. Controls for this game, I also have to say, feel pretty darn good. I was wanting to duck and attack that enemy. Getting too used to chasm mechanics. If you haven't checked out a game called Chasm as well, it very much so reminds me of this game in a different vein. And it's pretty fun as well. I think I won't go too much into that. I should be focusing on this game. So we're back at the entrance of the dungeon here now. And with that, we should be able to gain access to our quote-unquote first boss. Which hopefully I don't mess up on our first attempt here. Yeah, so I want to be going this way. Aw, come on. There we go. The jump attacks don't always seem to work 100% of the time, but that's fine. There we go. And over here. Oh, and now we can access over here. Like that. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, and bingo blammo. we have found our way to our first boss. One of the first right, evil man voice. How dare you enter these chambers? Why have you come to this land to destroy us? We have done nothing to you. You show Vikar your divine honor and respect. He is the only true deity. But enough talk. Have at you. And he turns into a big old Spider-Man, which is a little frightening to be 100% honest. And with this boss, it's a fairly simple first boss bet. Like many Metroidvanias, eventually it gets to a point where there may be multiple phases. I actually got hit there, but we're finished with the fight anyways. And with that, we get this gemstone thing. And with that, that will do it for our first dungeon. I think there's sort of passive saving in the background as well, because I've noticed that even without, like, say I died there right after getting that ornament thing from our boss. Let's talk to this person. Have you seen any blue orbs lying around? They are very powerful, and if you see any, you should try to collect them. The more you have, the more powerful you become when fighting the protectors. There's also a treasure hidden somewhere in this dungeon. You should really try to find it before you leave. Alright, so we'll save here. And I think that will actually do it for this video. I don't want to show off too much more content. If you made it to this point in the video, you should definitely check out this game. I'll leave a link to the Steam page in the description. It is currently going for, let me just double check here, $10.99 Canadian or your regional equivalent. If you're a fan of Metroidvanias and puzzle games and platformers, definitely check this out. Otherwise, if you made it to this point in the video, feel free to support it in the form of a like. It helps me out a lot and shows that you want to continue to watch this series. And if you want to see more videos like this one, you can always subscribe to my channel to be notified whenever I upload any new content, whether it's of this or of any other kind. And until next time, as always, everyone, have a good one, and I'll see you next time in a Let's Look At or whatever else you decide to watch. Bye for now, though.